We've all faced those moments when we need to have a tough talk with someone, whether that's a colleague or a friend or even a family member. And often that involves sharing uncomfortable feedback. Sometimes it means speaking out uncomfortable truths. But one thing's for sure, this conversation, it is not going to be easy. I mean, it's called a difficult conversation for a reason, right? But if we can handle it just a little bit differently, we can make it more effective and get the results that we're hoping for. Here's how. First, define your goal. Before you initiate that conversation, be sure that you have a clear outcome in mind. What are you after? Is it making the other person aware of something or trying to reach a resolution? Now, if you keep that goal top of mind, it'll help you stay focused, especially when emotions run high and things get off track. Next, take responsibility. Start the conversation by taking ownership for your part in the situation. This could mean admitting that you've avoided the issue up until now, or that you've somehow contributed to the problem in some way. Now, that's hard to do, especially if you think you're the person who's been wronged. But by taking responsibility, you're not only going to lower the temperature and diffuse what might otherwise be a highly charged conversation, you'll also create more space for dialogue and let the other person see that you're focused on contribution, not blame. From there, listen and learn. When the other person speaks, resist the urge to argue or debate. You're not here to fight. You're here to listen and try to learn more about where they're coming from. And here, it's better to use what questions instead of why questions. What do you mean by that? What happened that made you feel this way? What could I have done differently? You know what's really difficult about a difficult conversation? When there's no conversation. So keep the other person talking and make room for that to happen. And finally, establish a next step. Don't wrap things up without pointing to some future action. If the conversation seems to be going well and seems to be productive, then say, I feel much better now that we've spoken about this. Can we agree to do the following as a result? And if the conversation isn't going well and seems to be going off track, then end with something like this. I think it's best that we let things pause for right now, but I would like to keep talking. Can we set up a time to pick things up? They're called difficult conversations for a reason, and they're not going away anytime soon. But we can make them just a little bit easier and more effective if we approach with clarity, humility, curiosity, and concrete next steps. Give it a try.